What's up, everyone? It's Forgotten Circus. So I'm going to be doing my spoiler review. So it is a spoiler review. Last of Us is back out. Finally, took forever. It felt like, but I get a lot of filming, and it is HBO. They put everything into it. Um, so this is going to be my season 2, episode 1 review. It had its pros, it had its cons, but the pros really, the last scene, and I'll get into that. That'll be the last thing I talk about. That last scene that hits home. That's why I got this. Because whether you like it or not, the inevitable is going to happen. Unless they change it. You don't know. I don't want to spoil anything if you didn't play the games. This is a very important piece right here. It's the old golf club. But yeah, so we get into the first scene with Ellie and so was that the first? Yeah, with Ellie asking Joel again. You're telling me the truth, right? We all know she knows. She accepts it, but she's getting older now. So you see the maturity of Bella Ramsey's character, which is Ellie. Kind of like she's mad at her dad now. That is kind of like her father figure. But we had you got the introduction to Abby, and everybody was kind of talking about, well, she doesn't have, and I was like that too. She doesn't have the muscles because she didn't have a gym. Because you see Abby in the game, she is straight diesel, straight 100% girl boss, all the way. And you didn't get that, but you got like a kind of broken girl to know that we all know that it's Eugene, right? The doctor from the, if you didn't watch season 1, why are you watching season 2 if you haven't watched season 1? So I'm not really spoiling anything with this too much. You should know this part. But yeah, you get that, you get, and it's like, the acting was kind of shoddy. I was like, I don't know, it seems kind of shoddy. And then you get that point when she's like, I want it to be slow. And then you saw the evolution of the Abby that we know. She went from that sweet, probably innocent girl trying to survive to this Abby. You got to understand it from both sides. You got to understand it from Joel's side and then her side, because that's going to be very important. But I don't know, that actress flipped on a switch, and I was looking at her, even as I was her friends, just still be walking on eggshells. But that was pretty cool, the switch. So she's determined to find Joel. I mean, Joel killed, unalived her father. So yeah, and then we get to the part that Joel's kind of running the whole community behind the scenes. We get the scene with Bella Ramsey doing her little grappling UFC stuff, which is cool. Get a little girl boss moment. Nothing wrong with it, because Ellie is pretty badass, and I really think that Bella Ramsey is playing the character. Everybody says she doesn't have the look and everything, but she is playing the character pretty well. So I'm not going to talk about the way she looks. The way she portrays the character is pretty good. And she is freaking. There are some parts where we're straight pros for me in this. She is absolutely, her and Dina are absolutely hilarious in this episode. So you get that one part with like so Tommy's been taking her out, teaching her how to hunt, teaching her how to shoot. And Joel's been protecting her the whole time because that he considers that his daughter. You know what I mean? He lost his daughter. Oh, she such a great performance in the first season too. That's Thaddy Newton's kid. She's in How to Train Your Dragon, the live action, but she's a very amazing actress. But you get the point that he lost so much, and then he has this one chance, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. And he brings it up in this episode. There's a lot of family dynamics, and a lot of, you got to see it from both, because like, say what you want or not, Joel is kind of a monster from what he did in the past, but he's trying to make everything right. And you see this, and he kind of acts like kind of like a simp in the episode. You know what I mean? Like it was some of the stuff was done really well between their family, but then between the dynamic, especially with Tommy and Ellie, was really good when they were hunting, and that was really good. But I don't know, something seems off with the chemistry of Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey until later on. But in the beginning, I was like, "Oh no, this is gonna be the first episode like this. What are we doing?" But it actually turned out to be an okay episode. So you have that. You got the dad. So the dad and uncle, the cool uncle, which is Tommy, and then dad. So she's all kind of like, she knows what's up. So, um, and then we get, so Joel is having therapy, and it's Mama McAllister. I forget her name in this show, but Mama McAllister. I wanted her to say Kevin so bad. How many times did you want her, the actress, to say Kevin so bad? Just Kevin. I wish there was some like little kid named Kevin or her cat or something that was announced. So we come to find out in this that Eugene, the doctor from season 1, was her husband. And then this whole thing about the trading for the weed and all that was funny. See, there's certain parts in this episode where like they're absolutely hilarious. Like the weed part, she was like, stems and steeds, what's this? And he's like, well, it's winter time. So she breaks it down to him, and it's like, I can't forgive you. I hate you, but I want to help you. We're in this together now. Like whatever happens, happens. So you had that part, which was really cool. I did like the acting in that scene, and Joel's, when she said, well, so what did you do anything to her? Did you tell her? She's like, and then she's kind of, because she's supposed to be a psychiatrist, but she's just going all in. And I did like that part was like, basically said, you're supposed to be helping me, not shitting on me the whole time. But okay. That was a really good scene. You could see the range of the two actors, which was that scene. It was funny, but then you felt it. Like it went from funny to, oh, well, this just got awkward. But yeah. So, oh, and the patrol. I have to say, with Dina and Ellie and the patrol they were going on, because she was supposed to get put just on guard duty because secretly Joel's protecting her. He's making sure, like, yo, don't hurt her, whatever, because nobody knows what. Somebody's got to know there though, like outside of like Tommy, his wife, and Joel. You know what I mean? You would pick up on, why are they protecting her so much? But yeah, that the patrol was hilarious. Between, so that scene with Dina and Ellie when they're doing the signals, and they're like, stab, stab, you know, that had me dying. And some of Bella Ramsey's like punchlines, she nails it. Especially even with the foul mouth that well, it's Ellie. Ellie's got a foul mouth, right? But that scene right there was hilarious. She had a I thought I heard a bloater though, because it was a clicker, right? Bloater, and then we ran into a new type of species. It is from the game, right? We're not getting the Rat King yet, so don't expect it yet, people. I know everybody's been talking about the Rat King. They're gonna save that for the final season. That is for sure. But we get to see the smarter ones and how the network of the hive that they have going with the spores and everything. Yeah, it's getting a little. They're getting a little smarter because the way that thing was moving. Yeah, and then she gets bit again. And I did like how, because she fell down and she got bit again, Ellie, and then Dina came up like, "Hey, you bit?" And she's like, "No, I'm good, whatever." And then that's smart that she did the cut because she can always say that, "Oh, when I fell, I got cut right there, just in case." Engages in any activity where somebody might see that area, which I'm going to get into. I understand it. It's okay with me, but the scene was a little too long, and I think they could have added some stuff. And then they just added her basically punking um Joel again, which now you kind of feeling for Joel, but like Joel is still a monster. He's not. He didn't. He's good now, but he didn't start off like a good guy. But that I was just like, it's a little too much. Scenes a little too long. I get it. You guys like each other. That's cool. It was cute in the beginning, but it was like, why is this stretching? And then you just come in and I don't know. And the whole thing they kind of emphasize on calling them a certain name, which I'm not gonna say. It's like they're trying to prove a point. Like, don't call them that. They don't like that. We know that. Like almost saying the N word. I get it. So and the girl talk between them was hilarious. Those two are two peas in a pod, Dina and Ellie. That was yeah, the back and forth between them was fun. And the actress that they actually playing as Dina was really uh, she's good. She's good. She's Dina to me. She's nailing it. Yeah. But then we had oh, so the bear. How many infected does it take to kill a bear? I guess that bear tore some infected out because they was all unalive. Which I wish they would have showed the scene like they were watching it from like the trees or something, and then said that how many is infected to take to kill a bear? Obviously, all of them, you know. So, and then Bella Ramsey, she is so sarcastic with it. So the no fun zone thing had me cracking up. Like, oh, here comes no fun. Her ex girlfriend or whatever, which was so and see, there's so many pros to it, but there's some cons. I know it's the first episode of season 2, but yeah, there were certain parts with Bella Ramsey that just she freaking nailed it with her sarcasm. That's Lady Mormont, by the way. Lady Mormont, ruler of Bear Island. Put some respect on the name. I mean, she took out a giant, kind of. But yeah. And then what else we got? I like how she pulled out the close quarter shotty. It was smart, but that thing was a lot smarter. Knew what it was doing. I don't know what's going on. I think they're going to definitely be adding some more lore to this. So be careful. Don't go too far into the game like I know everything. They could change this up. Stretch out another 2 seasons. Maybe. But it kind of remind when that creature was the new infected. Well, it's not new. I'm just forgetting the name of the infected. Runners, clickers, bloaters, rat king. Which other ones am I forgetting? Leave in the comments which ones I'm forgetting. Because maybe I'm forgetting this one. But the movement kind of reminded me like the thing and like 80s horror where you see something moving in the background, or kind of like uh the others or something like that, you know? Or Insidious. So definitely took some compliments from that. But overall, it's good. I mean, we get that whole scene and then it ends off. Am I too far from my? It ends off with like, I like her as Abby. I think she's going to be a good Abby. That look where they're coming over the mountain, because remember, she wants payback for what happened to her father. And she said, just Joel. Nobody else. Don't care about Tommy, Ellie, nothing. And that shot when they do the zoom on her face and you see like it's menacing. And I like that was a good whoever did the camera work and cinematography on that part, because it zooms in. If you really look at it, so I pick apart like shows and movies, film. I don't know, it looks super menacing. And I was like, oh, she's Abby. That's Abby, boy. I don't care about all the muscles and all that stuff. You know what I mean? That look she gave. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. But anyway, I talked and rambled a little bit too much on this. Went a little too long. But that's kind of my spoiler and kind of breakdown of the episode. I'm gonna probably go watch it again. Excited about episode 2. And I won't watch the trailers until probably the day before, and then I'll do my review on the trailer for episode 2. So Overall, it was kind of good though. Now that I think about it, it's kind of good. I really like Abby. I think Abby kind of stole the show, even though she had small screen time. Ellie and so Joel was kind of in this episode. He's kind of like a shill. I get it. Tommy's trying to do his thing. All your main characters were. It was basically about kind of Ellie and Abby. If you think about it, Ellie, Dina, and Abby. So overall, good episode. The acting was shoddy sometimes, like I said before, but other than that, eventually it all comes full circle. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's all I got. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.